Hi guys, I guess this video is going up in two parts. I don't know what happened. My camera froze. I was talking about the dark ones keeping all the knowledge from us, right? Go figure, and then my camera stops. But I'm just going to fast forward through all of that because it's really not necessary. I mean, we all have our own belief systems, and nothing is really good or bad. Everything is just contrast, okay? So basically, Spirit was showing me that every soul that is incarnated at this time knew before it came here in this web of forgetfulness what was going to happen. They knew. We knew. We are the volunteers as a collective. Those who are dying from this coronavirus, and I'm so sorry if this has touched your life. If you've lost a dear loved family member or friend because of this, and I don't know if this will piss you off saying this or if this will give you hope. But I was shown by Spirit that every soul that chooses to transition back to Source, they're coming back. They're going to come back, and they're going to come back better and bigger and braver and stronger and changed. And they volunteered for this. They knew. So Spirit kind of said something to me. I saw it on a video. Well, I heard it. I wasn't really paying attention. I like to play YouTube tarot readings for myself occasionally. And I don't know what deck they were using, but there was a card in it that said, "Trust the wave you came in on." And that really resonated with me because back in December or so of last year, when I had my real awakening, I think I've been awakening for many years, but I mean, this is when crown chakra, wide awake, like boom, things just came to me, my life changed, right? But I remember Spirit telling me that I was the oracle, or a oracle, that I'm a starseed, a light worker, a volunteer, who volunteered to come here specifically on this wave at this time to help everybody I can touch, anybody I can touch. Maybe it's 100 people, maybe it's one person, maybe it's 1,000,000,000. I don't know. But I was told that I signed up for this, and that part of my part, because there's so many parts, right? I'm to teach, I'm to prophecy, channel, plant seeds, light them up. And I'm also a divine feminine, which is part of the way showers for this whole balancing that's happening in the universe. Guys, big change, big change. Yesterday, was it yesterday? The spring equinox, was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Anyhow, it's the restart. It's the astrological new year. And we are shedding the Pisces era that was here for 2,000 years. Jesus was the Christed one he was the fisher of men. There's so many fish references, in the Bible. And it's because it was the age of Pisces. We're now moving into the age of Aquarius, and this means big, change. And we all, anybody out there that resonates with the ascension or the twin flame, you were the brave warriors that decided to come here and incarnate at this time, at this moment. Some of you are hand holders, some of you are space holders, some of you just walk on the Earth's energetic grids at the right time in the right place. Some of you are going to be the Rosie Parks and the Martin Luther Kings and the Martin Luther in the Bible back this, that was the change too. That was a big change. When he decided to rebel against the Catholic Church and branch off into a whole new changed version of the whole, right? So I could really go on and on and on about this, but if I can bring you anything, I just want to tell you that this is what we've been waiting for, guys. Don't be afraid. Yes, stay home. Take care of your family. Instead of I have to tell you, I sent out this morning on Facebook. If you're a Facebook friend of mine, I hope you got one. I have way too many friends to send it to everybody, but I sent it to like the top 50 people in my list, right, that I talk to the most. Just a virtual hug. Trying to spread peace, love, and happiness on the planet at this time. And most of them sent me back a hug or a hello or asked me how I was doing or told me to be careful, be safe, told me they loved me, right? As I sit alone in my home, my son's at his aunt's house. I haven't let him go anywhere but his aunt, his poppies, and his dad's. Trying to keep him safe. But some people sent me back what I like to call fear porn. I sent them a virtual hug. They sent me, oh, the CDC says that there's going to be, armed guards showing up at your door and forcing you to test for the coronavirus. And then there's people pretending that they're the government forcing you to take or do the coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's all horseshit. So I would really like people, if you could, to please don't spread fear. If anything you're sending to people even remotely feels like fear, when you read it, how did it affect you? Did you feel afraid? If you felt afraid, don't spread it to others. That virus will spread so much quicker than anything else. And the coronavirus, corona means crown, guys. Look the word corona up. It is a halo around the sun. That's what it means. And there's numerology in it. Seriously, COVID-19. And I'm a numerologist, and I don't feel like I could, but it would be boring for you guys unless you're really interested in that. You can look me up, and I can do a numerology reading for you. But the numerology of the name COVID-19, 1 and 9 is 10. It's an end and it's a beginning. It's a catalyst, guys. And it's scary, but don't be afraid because it is a catalyst for change. And it will get worse before it gets better, quite frankly. It has to. Because if it went away right now, we wouldn't we wouldn't be able to integrate the changes that it's bringing for us. We are going to show up so much different, so much better than we do right now. So don't spread fear. And give yourself a pat on the back if you've been on the ascension journey, because that means you're a volunteer, that you came here for this specifically. Trust the wave you came in on. That was a big message for me. Because I believe in the fact that I am a soul housed in an avatar. A spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. And I have been shown in so many ways, and I'm not crazy, guys. I'm not. I've met too many of you out there that are walking the same walk, talking the same talk to be crazy unless it's mass hysteria. I know that I am a divine feminine, and I know who my divine masculine is, and I know what our mission work is, and I know that We came here on this particular wave at this particular time to do this particular dance. This is the dance of Kali. You know, things have to fall that were not sound, that were not serving us, that were not for our betterment. And we're waking up. We're not getting tricked like we used to. We are waking up to how we're supposed to show up. And there are people, there are souls in an avatar having an experience as a human that are going to contract this disease. Most of them will stay home in bed like any other flu. They'll feel miserable. They might end up in the hospital. But the majority of the people are going to live, and they're going to be okay. And on top of that, after they heal from it, Spirit told me that scientists are actually going to be able to use the antibodies from the people who got sick with it and got well with it to come up with a vaccine or a cure for those who really, truly need it. And the ones that pass away because of it, they were a sacrifice. They sacrificed. They came here and volunteered. They don't remember it. So if you have a family member that died because of this and you're angry, I'm not asking you not to be angry. I'm not asking you not to be offended or pissed or hurt or devastated. That's the human experience. That's natural law. That's what you're supposed to feel. But if you were like God and you were bigger and like if you think of dimensions like a 7-layer bean dip and you stick your hand in it like this, your fingertips are going to experience the beans. Maybe your knuckles will experience the cheese, and then the next one, the guac, and the next, but the whole hand is experiencing it. It's just multidimensional, right? So if you were at the top, the very top of the dimensions, looking down, you recognize that it's bean dip. It's layered bean dip, guys. But when you're down here and you're in the muck of it and you're experiencing just that perception, just that part of the whole, you can't understand what the bigger picture is. So if this virus is affecting your family or your home, I send you the deepest of love and sympathy and gratitude. Gratitude. Absolute gratitude. Matter of fact, if you are watching my channel and anybody that you know has passed away from this virus, please put their name, or initials. That would work. Because I am going to do a service of gratitude. Gratitude. For those souls, because they were the brave ones that came, the warriors, the toughest of the tough. I'm sorry, I just had a vision of the whole Terminator movie. They are the badasses that came here as volunteers to forget who they were, to experience the contrast, and to be the way showers, the catalysts for change, because change is coming, guys. Big change coming. So that is where we're at. We are changing the world. And when we crawl out from under our rocks and out of our homes, we are going to be so much more grounded and centered. People who haven't had spiritual thoughts for years are going to have spiritual thoughts. When they get quiet in their homes and they're not forced to go in and clock in every day, and they're not, everything stops and we all get quiet. Be still and know that I am God. That was not God speaking to you. That was God speaking through you. Be still and know I am God. Not God from the highest perspective, maybe. I might be down here in the bean dip somewhere. But I am still a part of source energy, a part of the whole. And source energy told me and there it goes again.